Hello and welcome to the baby journey update for 7-ish months. We're just 2 days out from 7 months, so it's the 13th of May 2020, and I just thought I'd do it today because we've got a bit more time today than we do on Friday. So yeah, happy almost 7 months, little Miss Madeline. It's been a pretty good month. I think in the last video I mentioned that things had been a little bit weird for about a month because we had sort of gone into a lockdown for the coronavirus situation that's happening all over the world this year. And so we have spent a lot more time at home. They did allow us to go out and exercise with one other person. So Madeline and I have been cashing in on that and meeting up with another person, another mum on most days with their baby and just walking around the Seven Hills Reserve near us, like a little hike. So we can have a catch-up chat, babies could have a sleep in the carrier, and we get some exercise and some vitamin D, all very good for the immune system. But in terms of how Madeline's going, she's had an awesome month. So the day before her 6 months, in the last video I mentioned that she had tried her first food. Yeah, you tried your first food. How did it go? Clap, clap, clap. This is another thing that she's learned this month. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Oh, you're going to give Mommy kisses. So there's lots happening. We're getting open mouth wet kisses on the cheek. Kisses? She doesn't like to perform on demand though. She likes to do it when she wants to do it. So we've got clapping, waving, high five. Shh. High five she likes a lot. And in terms of her solids, so we started with pumpkin and I was doing 3 days of that. And then we started with 3 days of zucchini. And then I was like, this is going to take forever. So we went more with the baby-led weaning style because I had started off with a kind of mashed pumpkin. And she did gag, and I freaked out a little bit, and then I realised after speaking to a few other people that that's quite normal because their gag reflex is quite close to the front of their mouth when they first start eating solids, and then it slowly moves further back. So she's actually a really confident eater in quite a short amount of time, and I feel like a lot of that came down to the fact that we did wait until she was absolutely ready. So we took the advice from the Australian Breastfeeding Association to wait till at least 6 months. She was already sitting up, holding her head up, reaching for our spoon, very interested in food. So a lot of people kind of said to us, oh no, start before she can sit up. You can just hold her. But we decided that we would prefer that she was sitting up alone, unassisted, which she can do very well when she's not reaching for my phone. And yeah, so she was very, very ready by the time we actually started solids, which was great because then she's actually doing a lot of it herself. So we've done heaps. We've done a bunch of different veggies, a mixture of pureed and finger food and baked and steamed and fried and all sorts of stuff. I've actually documented it. I've written it down, every meal for this first month that she's been eating, which has been fun. We've given her some bone broth, and it's hard because a lot of the stuff is not allowed to have salt. None of it's allowed to have salt, apparently. But then you look at the baby food processed stuff from the shops, and it has got salt in. So we're not sure about that because I feel like she's needing some salt. But we do need to look into that a little bit more. The other thing we noticed is obviously when you give them like semi-formed veggies, they come out the other end as they went in. And my dietitian brain goes, well, hang on, are they actually absorbing any of those nutrients? Because it's coming out pretty much the same way it went in. Is it being digested? Are they ready for it? Whereas with her meat, fish, all the protein foods, egg, and her fats like avocado, those things you don't see fully formed out the other end. So you know they're getting absorbed. So yeah, I'm very curious, and I think I need to look into some Chris Kresser or Dr. Axe stuff because they're holistic practitioners that I trust and believe what they research and what they offer out as their information. So definitely going to look into that, and I would advise them as resources if you're looking for something as well. I just didn't get onto the full Chris Kresser course before we started solids because I was trying to save money with all of the coronavirus stuff going on and not being able to work because gyms and yoga studios shut down, and business is still going. But we're, just trying to save some money, hey? So, oh, yeah, this is a new one. She was saying it a little bit before, but now she says it a lot. Oh. She also has her first 2 teeth on the bottom. Can you show? Can we show? Show your teeth? Nah, she doesn't like to show those either. Bouncing? Are you bouncing? So we didn't put her in her bumbo until she was sitting up unassisted because I wanted to make sure that she was fully developed herself before putting her into awkward positions. And we also didn't put her in the carrier until she could sit up unassisted on our backs. But we've tried that. I prefer her on our front in the ergo carrier because then I can see her. And she normally falls asleep anyway, so I have her facing in for when she's sleeping and facing out for when she's wide awake and wants to see the world. Still sucking her thumb intermittently, but not as consistently as she was. But I think it's more because her teeth are hurting. In terms of what we've been doing for helping with her teething, we have some teething drops from Brower. They are baby ones that are homeopathic, very natural. We also have a teething powder that we started with from Walida, but it does have lactose in it as its base. So we got rid of that and we do a little bit of it and she doesn't seem to react, but now we do more of the teething drops because I think they're a bit stronger. And yeah, we've been doing like single foods for solids from when she started. So like I'll eat what she's eating or she'll eat what I'm eating, vice versa. And just kind of keeping them all separate. But I'm thinking from 7 months, I'm going to start doing more mixed meals. So I'll do like curries and stews, and then it will start to become more like she just eats what we eat. She's pretty good with a spoon when she wants to be. And she also does let us feed her. So if we allow her to feel independent, which is, I guess, what I'm seeing is what baby-led weaning is all about. It's letting them feed themselves and not overfeeding them. Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Yeah. Do you want to dance? Yeah. So if I could let her do a few mouthfuls for herself, then she lets us feed her because she loves her food. So she wants to actually get it in her mouth rather than throwing it on the floor, which is good. But that might change as time goes on. Yeah, and you start to get a bit more cheeky. That's cute too. That's her new laugh. So you're getting to see the full spectrum of all the developments. Now she can hang out in this kneeling position for a little bit, and she does kind of rock backwards and forwards. That's her, not me. But she's not propelling yet. She does prefer to just kind of be on her belly and so sorry, we got cut off there as I was moving the phone. I accidentally hit the stop button. So she does prefer to hang out on her belly and kind of commando crawl a little bit depending on what she's trying to get to. Like if she's trying to get to my phone, she tends to do a fairly good commando crawl or roll to where she wants to get to. But yeah, she does prefer to hang out on her belly and let me know when she wants to move. So she'll tend to get a little bit irritated, let me know that she's frustrated, and I let her struggle a little bit, but if it goes on too long, I decided that I wanted to be the sort of parent that wasn't going to let her get upset when she was little. So like for the first year of her life, she doesn't really understand, she just wants love, and so that's kind of the parenting philosophy that I go with. But it also, as a mum, you can probably speak to this if you're watching this and you're a mama, when they make sounds in a certain way, it triggers us to want to pick them up. Like there's that desire, because it's not being weak or a wimp, it's actually physiologically designed to do that. Like it's their survival, so they're letting you know they're not happy, and then you pick them up because you're responding to that desire or that need from them. So if I'm playing with her on the floor, I'm happy to let her struggle and be on her belly. But if I'm trying to do stuff in the kitchen while she's playing here on her little mat, and she starts to make that noise, I'll either move her into a seated position so I can continue to get the washing up done for 5 minutes, or I'll put her in her walker, which a friend has given us. So she just loves to stand up, and she can't do that on her own yet. And so that's given her a bit more independence to kind of walk around the kitchen, and we've started to baby-proof a little. I tidied it up yesterday, and I'll continue to do so that the house is, or the kitchen and the lounge room will be free reign for her. So we've put a baby gate on the kitchen where there's stairs to go down into our laundry. And we'll shut all the doors to the bedrooms. Hey, are you getting a bit bored while Mummy's talking? Are you? We've also been doing gentle hands. So when they explore with their hands and they start pinching, anytime she pinches, I'll open her hand and I'll say, gentle hands, Madeline, gentle hands. And she is pretty good with it. Sometimes she'll just pinch, especially with the dog. Whoopsie. 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 Whoa, and she loves being thrown up and down. Whoa. Yay. There have been a few little head knocks. One was when the dog was actually giving her some kisses and she was a bit too close to the wall and could see it happening in slow motion. I was just a metre too far away and tumble, and then she fell. And normally when she falls, she's pretty good at kind of rolling onto her belly and just continuing on. But I think sometimes she gets a bit of a fright and it kind of shocks her. What else did I want to tell you? She's been feeding a lot at night still. So from 5 months, it's kind of been on and off every two-ish hours maybe. I don't know. I don't really check the time because I read this book, The Discontented Little Baby by Pamela Douglas. I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video. And it's great. Bless you. It is intuitive, designed to let you continue to live your life and not stress out about trying to force them to sleep. Because if you're spending half your day trying to get them to sleep, then that's not super fun. I mean, for me, I find that more stressful. And each to their own, it's personal preference. But yeah, I'm still kind of following the possum's methodology of just letting her sleep when she wants to sleep. And the book kind of was reminding me that sleep efficiency is more important than how many times you get woken, because some babies just are going to want to feed during the night. And if that's the case, rather than getting upset about it and getting up and turning lights on and sitting up, which makes life a lot harder to get to sleep afterwards, just been co-sleeping or bed sharing now. We moved into the spare room and I've set it up so that we're super safe both on the bed together. And so Maddie's got one bed to himself and Mads and I have the other bed to ourselves. And we know it's only temporary, but it's working. I've been doing it almost a week and I've had better sleep because I'm not worried about when she's been teething and waking up through the night upset. I was worried it was waking Maddie up as well unnecessarily. And so now he's getting better sleep. I'm not as stressed about waking him up. We're getting better sleep because we've got more space in the bed and we're not worried about waking anybody up. And it's colder now that we're moving. You can see I'm wearing long sleeves and she's got pants and socks and double layers on. That he likes to sleep with the fan on and we don't. And when we turned the fan off in the bedroom, we could hear the dog. So there were a few things that we had to work through there. And once we sorted that out, it was a lot better. So we're sleeping better, he's sleeping better, and I'm sure we'll be reunited very soon, hey? And I have got her cot in our bedroom now. I'm not sure if I did that just before our last video. So we did have the co-sleeper bassinet sidecar thing. And that was pretty good because it was right there and she seemed to sleep pretty well in that for the first half of the night. Whereas we moved her into the cot and I don't know whether she was cold or just because she was teething, like it could have just been the timing. But she hasn't really done the cot that much. Excuse me. She started off pretty good. But this last few weeks, she's just preferred to be in bed with me the whole time. And I have also been letting her nap on me. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video as well, just because we've been at home so much with coronavirus lockdown or quarantining. I guess I've just been enjoying this time that we've got together because we're not going to get it back. And it's kind of looking for the blessings in such a strange situation. So I've been enjoying naps with her or having her sleep on me while I read or just chill or scroll on Facebook, got to be honest. And I need to start to get her to nap on her own now. So we'll see. Just taking each day as it comes and enjoying the roller coaster ride. But that is our 7-month-ish update because we're 2 days early. And thank you for still following along on her journey. I don't really know what I'm going to do with these videos, so if you're watching this, thank you, and let me know if you're enjoying them, and yeah, we'll continue to do them. We did talk about doing it more regularly, but I think monthly is easier, and if I forget stuff, I just forget stuff, and it's not obviously not important enough to tell you, but we're still keeping up to date with her baby book, which I'm pretty happy about, and lots of photos on my phone, so I don't know what I need to do with those, but yeah, need to figure out putting them onto a hard drive of some kind, I think, so that it's backed up. Because my friend got her phone broke, and then she almost lost all of her photos, but somebody managed to fix it, so happy ending there. But yes, very aware that I need to do that. Anyway, hope you're well wherever you are in your journey, whatever you're doing, and yeah, we'll see you next month. Say bye. Bye. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Have you got some giggles? Have you got some giggles? Kisses. One more thing. We should cuddles. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Big squeeze. Bye. Bye. Good work. Good work.